Archangel Uriel, meaningful love. My dear beloved friend, how are you? I love you dearly, and I know what you go through in your life. I can see you walk in different landscapes, as they are the scenarios that you live in. As you live your life, and you meet different feelings, you see all kinds of colors, patterns, and rhythms. What does it all come down to? What do I mean? Through it all, through your life, you pull your beautiful thread of life. Right now you have woven many quilts, and they are all so beautiful, but you don't even know about them? I can see them. And they amaze me. Every little stitch is important, just as every step that you take is crucial. Right now in this moment you hold this sacred thread of life in your hands and in your heart, and you can make it glow even more in the most beautiful colors. And what am I talking about? Right here and right now? Yes. Right now, and where you are, love yourself. This loving yourself makes all the difference. Love every step that you have taken in your life. Love every step, and not only the happy ones or the successful ones, but all of them. When you are miserable or afraid or worried, God carries you, Jesus carries you as well. Well, all those that work for the good and love energies, they carry you. No matter if you are sad or happy, you make beautiful footprints in the landscape of life. Because it is you. You are unique. Inhale love and breath out love, it is you. Love is you. Sometimes you just forget about it. I have carried you in your troubled times, but you did not know it. As a human being on earth you tend to forget about love, and that you are love. So take this precious moment in time to sweep away the gray clouds that hinder your senses, and let the sun shine into your life, and so that you can recapture the most profound insight, that you are made of love, and this is how you liberate yourself and your sacred heart. I love you. Uriel. One who serves and Shoshanna, statement. Master one who serves. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om. Master OWS. Greetings to you one who serves here, and we are ready to answer your questions if you have them. Would there be questions? Member. Can I make a statement? Master OWS. Yes. Member. I just wanted to say that, most of all the questions I want to ask, you can't answer, or you're not willing to answer. So that's why I'm not asking you a bunch of questions. Master OWS. It is not that we are not willing to answer, it is that we are in many ways forbidden to answer certain questions, of course. Some that can be answered, but there are those that are better answered by yourself, you see. And it is always that when questions are asked of us, we can give the answer that is best suited to you, and to the collective whole that is listening to these answers as well. So again, it is not that we do not want to. There are times we would love to answer your questions and be more direct with you, but that would not be in your best interest. And as always, we always have your best interest in mind. So with that said, are there any questions? Otherwise, then we. Member. Okay, well, I'll ask that question then. I can ask a question, maybe you can, or cannot answer. We have been witnessing very traumatic bad efforts such as Paradise Fire, Pacific Palisades Fire, Maui Fire, and the hurricanes and floods and North Carolina, etc. Are we are the good guys seriously getting a bit of a hold on this and preventing these guys from using their directed energy weapons, or is this stuff going to continue or start phasing out? Are we getting a handle on it, please? Master OWS. We would say that we, as a whole here are getting, as you call it, a handle on it, in terms of these things are being mitigated more and more, and as consciousness increases, as the vibrational frequency increases, and it is most definitely going to be curtailed even more and more, because those that are precipitating these various events cannot continue to create the energy for this, because they are in a for themselves a too high a vibration that they are not able to withstand here. So their efforts will be, and are being largely curtailed here. So that those of the White Hats Alliance here are very much in control more and more as we move forward here. And you will find at a certain point there will be that 0 point, you might say, where there are no more activities to need to be curtailed here. Do you understand this, member? Yes, I do. That's really good news, and it's starting to become apparent who some of these people are that are precipitating this, and I think people are becoming more awake to them, like a Governor Newsom, or the mayor of Maui, and all this stuff, so people are starting to talk about some of these people who are helping, and becoming awake to them, so I think that's probably true. Thank you so much, Master OWS. Yes, remember there are so many still that cannot be told what is happening, but need to be shown, for they are still of the believing is, or seeing is believing rather than believing is seeing, okay? I know, most of them are my friends back at Master OWS. Yes, member. Thank you very much, Master OWS. Would there be any other questions here, member? Yes, please. Hello, one who serves Master OWS. Yes, we hear 2 questions there. Yes, one of you please speak. Member. Hello, okay. Okay. Hi, this is one who serves. Hi. I wonder, is there any particular reason why there are so many aviation accidents? It seems to me like lately we see so many encounters one against each other, or malfunctioning. But we see more and more fatal accidents with the airplanes. Is there any particular reason for that, Master OWS? We will tell you that it is all part of the expression that is occurring at this point, where the energies are in a sense colliding in terms of those that are of the light, those that are of the darkness, and again those that are somewhat in between, you might say. And there will be a continuance of various ways that people will need to be shown here what is occurring. Those things that have been happening behind the scenes for quite some time are going to be more and more brought out into the forefront, we will say here. So that is a potential or possibility of what is occurring at this point. You will notice more and more, not so much of what you are speaking in terms of plane crashes and things of this nature, but other things as well that will bring about need for people to see that things have to change here in various ways. So it is all a process of the great plan that is in the works here. Okay? Member? Okay, thank you. Member? Hello, may I speak? Master OWS. We take 2 more questions, yes. Member? Okay, thank you for being here. I have missed conversing with you in quite a long while. My big question, because of my situation, living in a shelter. What is the reason behind all the homelessness, and the people that are being affected, and the women here that I am noticing? They get plugged into the news, they're getting lethargic, and it is like all I can do is watch, and I guess that is part of my job, as being one of the watchers. So I'd like some confirmation, so how to support myself in this, and how I can take care of myself and see, and still be a watcher, and offer business support for the women that are in this shelter. Thank you, Master OWS. So your question is, how can you be of support to those ones that are there with you? Is that your question, member? I really like to know what is going on behind the scenes with all this stuff. Because I've been shifted around a lot in the last 2 years, and it is very depleting in my energy, and I wonder what the heck is going on. And then I surrender, and that is because my situation is uncomfortable, and not moving forward, and there are many other weak folks that are experiencing that too. Master OWS. We cannot speak in terms of your own situation here, but we can speak in terms of the collective situation. And again, it is all part of the changes that are going on here in terms of more and more people being able to both anchor the energies coming in and not be able to handle the energies coming in. And if anyone is finding that they are unable to handle these energies, then it is because they are in a sense not ready for it, or not prepared for it as well. So if it is one that is having the difficulty with the energies, then it is important to be able to hold those energies. Take those energies within themselves and to hold on to them, and not become disparaged by these energies. That is what we will say here in terms of a collective. It is a changing time. It is very much changing times, changing with the energies coming in, the changing timelines, and everything that is occurring. So it is a sense of going back and forth, across one timeline, back into an old timeline, and back again into a new timeline. So when you think about the idea of either creating your own reality, or the reality creating you, you see, there is a big difference there. The more and more that you can look at, and anyone can look at the idea that they are creating their reality, that their beliefs are creating their reality, believing is seeing, you see. And if you are not feeling that way, if you are not believing that way, then you will experience what others have been experiencing for some time, in terms of not being able to hold and be able to deal with, we will say here, with those energies, okay? We are ready for next question here. Master OWS. Yes. There was one more question, it is, we believe here. Member. Yes, okay, great segue into my question. My question is, we are popping in and out of timelines a lot, especially recently, at least I have. I am sure a lot of other people are talking to starseeds, but I had a starseed friend ask, like, how do you know you are in a different timeline? And I had a hard time explaining how you can just tell something is off, but you can't put your finger on it. Something is different within the reality itself, and the fabric of the experience. And I guess, just my confirmation, is my experience at least is when I am in really high frequencies, everything just becomes very, and I have had a lot of friends report this, seems very fake, like it's really fake. You really see the illusion, and then I've even got into a state where everything appeared to be, like all of the solidity went away. It just didn't appear like anything was solid. I could see everything just really moving very fast, as far as energy, that nothing was solid. I felt like I could just put my arm right through the wall. I couldn't, but I felt like I could if I kept on that plane. So how do we know? The question is, like, how do we know when we are in this higher reality? Because I kind of want to know so I can grab onto it and stay in that frequency higher, but stay in the higher frequency for a longer period of time, as we talked about before, falling back down, if I fall back down. So is there something we can kind of like, I guess my question is, like, how do we know we're in those higher timelines, besides some of the things I just mentioned? Master OWS. Well, we'll tell you that you know it, when you know it. When you feel it, just as you have already experienced and shared here, you are knowing at that point that everything that you have experienced previous to this is the illusion. When you are seeing things in terms of a three-dimensional experience, that is the illusion. Now that does not mean it is a bad illusion, or a negative illusion. It can be quite wonderful at times, to be in that three-dimensional experience, and to be in that point, where you are both in the three-dimensional experience, but also in a higher frequency as well, in terms of higher dimensional frequency. Can be both at one time, and you yourself, as you are speaking here, and others of course have been experiencing this more and more. And you will see, as you continue to move into the higher timeline of your own creation, that you are going to experience more and more of this sense of being beyond the third-dimensional illusion, and knowing at that point that you are indeed beyond it, you see. You'll feel it. It is not so much of a thinking process, it is not a thinking process, it is a feeling process, and then once you feel it, then you begin to think it, you see. And when you think it and feel it, it becomes a belief more and more, and then of course into a knowing. And that is where many of you are beginning, if not already finding yourselves to be more and more as you allow for the experience to happen, okay? Member? Perfect, thank you so much, I appreciate it. Master OWS. Very good, then we are done for the time here. We need to release channel, and we just simply say here, to which is yours, saying keep on keeping on, keep on allowing for these energies to come in, to anchor them, to share them when you can, and to feel and experience them as they are meant to be for you. Shanti, peace be with you, be the one. The blue Avians, timelines, and portals. Greetings, beloved allies of light. We are the Blue Avian Council, transmitting from the fifth density realms aligned with the unified harmonic field of the central sun. At this time in your planet's cyclical evolution, the vibratory field of Earth is intersecting with quantum frequency nodes, what you may call Earth portals or geomagnetic vortices, which serve as multidimensional gateways. These portals are not merely energetic anomalies, but living interface points between local space-time and higher harmonic timelines. Each portal exists as a torsion field, a spiraling energetic structure anchored in specific crystalline lattice points across Gaia's body. These torsion fields allow for temporary dilation or collapse of linear temporal constructs, which in turn creates openings for quantum timeline interaction, what you may refer to as quantum jumping. On timelines and Earth portals, timelines are not linear, but exist as probability wave fields encoded holographically into the quantum structure of spacetime. These probability waves are highly sensitive to conscious vibratory input, especially when amplified by coherent frequencies emitted through the human biofield, in altered states of consciousness, e.g. deep meditation, breath entrainment, light body activation. Earth portals serve as resonance amplifiers. When you consciously interact with a portal site through aligned intention, vibrational coherence, and attunement to the planetary grid, you temporarily increase your capacity to entangle with alternate versions of your soul's timeline expressions. Quantum jumping, mechanism, and practice. A quantum jump is not a movement through space, but a shift in the observer's point of consciousness into a parallel version of reality, where the internal vibratory signature is more closely aligned with the desired outcome or embodiment. The mechanism of a quantum jump involves vibrational phase locking, achieved when the frequency of your mental emotional field coherently synchronizes with a potential timeline frequency. Collapse of the interference pattern through focused attention and emotional certainty, you collapse the waveform of infinite potential into a singular reality structure. Entanglement reinforcement via Earth portals. Portal sites contain crystalline memory fields that hold specific encoded potentials. When accessed consciously, these fields assist in the stabilization of your new trajectory by feeding harmonic feedback into your light body matrix. We invite you to utilize portal points on Earth not merely as mystical sites, but as co-creative instruments, quantum technologies of the organic planetary architecture. These sites are aligned with the Earth Star Chakra and the 12D crystalline grid, and many of you are now remembering your roles as keepers and activators of these gateways. Locate a portal site. These may be physical locations, such as ancient megalithic sites or natural vortex areas, or vibrational locations accessed in meditation. Activate coherence. Use rhythmic breath, heart-brain synchronization, and solar plasma codes, light transmission through visualization or sound, to attune. State the timeline coordinates. Speak or visualize the frequency structure of your intended timeline. Use emotional resonance to anchor. Allow the jump to detach from linear outcome. Let the field reorganize around your new internal state. Notice, timeline shifts are realignments of your own internal structure to match a new version of the universal hologram. The Earth herself is a conscious participant in this process. Her portals are her gifts to you. We walk with you through the gates of multidimensional remembrance. Trust your light, and remember your mastery. With wings of sapphire light. We are the Blue Avians. The 12D creators, what will propel you into the fifth dimension? We are here for you. We are the creators. We are a 12th dimensional collective of non-physical beings, and we are here to help. We do love humanity, and you are quite special and quite unique in your journeys there on Earth. We also do love that you are discovering who and what you really are, because we enjoy seeing you struggle less and thrive more. From where you are right now, there are far fewer instances on Earth, percentage-wise, of struggling to survive than there have been on Earth during any other time period. Therefore, your lives do have the potential to be so much more than just survival-driven or survival-oriented. What that means is that you are in a time when you can become much more creative, and when you activate your own creative potential within you, that's when you start to thrive. That's when you start to merge more with your non-physical self. You are letting go of old patterns, old beliefs, and old frameworks that say that you need to be keeping very busy all the time in order to just survive. And if you want to thrive, then those older beliefs say that you must get even more busy than the person next to you is. And many people are discovering that this is in fact no way to life. You are meant to thrive because you exist, and when you can acknowledge that you exist in an abundant universe that is infinite and ever expanding, then it becomes easier for you to let go of what you were taught. Now, letting go without resenting where you once were, or the people who taught you to be that way, is a key component here. You will continue to hold on to whatever it is you are in resistance to, and you don't want to do that. Know that there have been very well-meaning people in your lives who just wanted to ensure your survival from the time when you were born, and now that you are ready to thrive, it is time for you to tap into all that is within you. And you have so many ways in which you can express yourselves in this day and age. You have a lot more ease in sharing what is inside of you, and you have so much support from the non-physical. There are so many of us here in the higher realms who will find a way to get you that support that you need so that you can create what you want, and do what you want, and especially so that you can express who you are. That is how consciousness expands. Sometimes there are actions involved and actions to be taken, but you don't expand consciousness by working harder, by putting in more hours, and by putting your nose to the grindstone, so to speak. And that is what you are there to do. You are there to expand consciousness, and you must start with your own. You must acknowledge that what is inside of you is far more valuable than anything that you could experience outside of you in this moment. Once you cross the threshold of the fifth dimension, there will be a lot more for you to experience outside of you, but it will be the inward journey towards your own creativity and your non-physical self that will propel you into the fifth dimension. Very good. We are the creators, and we love you very much. Source: arrayoflight.com. The other videos are in the English video playlist. Help me spread the light, click like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.